Here's my concern with Wilson. He looks like he's 17 years old, so he's got the baby face going. So I don't love that, but I'm willing to take him on as our own if he plays well, of course. But B, I have had so many people call my show and refer to him as Mormon Mahomes. We got to lose that nickname, Greg. Could we come up with something better than Mormon Mahomes?
Yeah. Let's try to do that. I don't think we'll do it today, but at some point we do have to come up with a better name. And you're right. I mean, I know that Justin Herbert. Remember when he cut his hair? I mean, he looked like he was about 7 years old when he cut his hair after last year and then shaved. So I mean, that's something that we've seen. But I do think that there's something about growing up in Utah, going to college in Utah, then getting thrown into the fire that is the Jets quarterback. That is not necessarily something that's easy. And same thing with Sam. I mean, it's sort of hard to evaluate Sam Darnold because the Jets just put him in the worst position possible. And I always ask this question, and it's hard to make generic statements about it, but sometimes I think, are there organizations that make quarterbacks, or do quarterbacks make organizations? Sometimes it's a little bit of both, and it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know if Sam Darnold's drafted by somebody else. Does he end up being a Pro Bowl player? You're not sure. But, Sam was totally overwhelmed. He comes into a situation. He's like 20 years old. He's from Southern California. He gets launched into this pressure cooker. He's got a coaching change. He's got different offensive coordinators every year. They tear down the roster. He gets mono. I mean, it just was one thing after another, and I don't know if anybody would have been good enough to overcome all of that, but Sam and his personality and his talent level certainly could not.